Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavansam Sri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitanscha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari अंतर्राष्ट्रीय श्रीमद् भागवत गीता की श्री प्रभुपाद की जय समवेत भक्तवृंद की निताई गौर प्रमानंदी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. So today we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, commentary by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Chapter 11, Universal Form, text number 15. So, it's quite a long verse, so I'll go through it myself and I'll do the translation and purport. Arjun Uvacha Pashyami Avashams Tava Deva Dehi Sarvams Tatha Bhuta Vishesha Sangam Brahmanam Isham Kamaleshanam Stanam Rishim Cha Sarva Ugriyam Cha Divyan Arjun Uvacha Pashyami Devam Stava Deva Dehi Sarvasam Tatha Bhuta Vishesha Sangam Brahmanam Isham Kamalashanam Stanam Rishim Cha Sarvam Urigam Cha Divyam Arjuna Vacha Pashyami Devam Tava Deva Dehi Savajam Tatha Bhuta Vishesha Sangam Brahmanim Isham Kamalya Stanam Rishim Cha Sarvam Ugriyam Cha Divyam. So translation is quite a long word to go through. So going to translation. Arjun said, "My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as the Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents." You can repeat after me. Arjun said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and all your various living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the other sages and the divine serpents. Srila Prabhupada's purport. Arjuna sees everything in the universe, therefore he sees Brahma, who is the first creature in the universe, and the celestial serpent upon which the Garbhodakasha Vishnu lies in the lower regions of the universe. This snake bed is called Vasuki. There are also other snakes known as Vasuki. Arjuna can see from the Garbhodakasha Vishnu up to the topmost part of the universe on the lotus flower planet where Brahma, the first creature of the universe, resides. That means that from the beginning to the end, everything could be seen by Arjuna, who was sitting in one place on his chariot. This was possible by the grace of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Om Agyanti Mandasya Gana Gana Salakaya Chaksurumilita Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapita Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapanantikam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachai Sitaine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So So it says, even in the worst times of where there's it says even in the dentures in the wartime, there is no atheists, because even they turn to God. And there was a story behind that. in the Second World War, there's a tanker going towards one atheist. He's going to go over him. And he prayed to God to save him. So the tanker missed him by two feet or something. He missed the person. So he said even in the worst times, people turn to God. So Krishna is everywhere. It's just the atheist class deny to accept his authority. That's the only difference. We can see in this world everyone's doing some austerity, but they're doing it for material gain. That's the only difference. They work very hard to earn money. They do austerities to drive big trucks and trains and planes, and they go into austerity to build planes and build cars and make roads, and it's all based on material gain. And in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada says, in the purpose, he explains that if one does not cultivate spiritual knowledge and he does sacrifices, the gains will not be, there will be no spiritual gain to that. So cultivating knowledge is very important. Having this understanding about who is Krishna, when one will get love for Krishna in time. So that's the only difference between the devotees and other people who do austerities. Many do austerities to enter the Brahman, because it's explained how Krishna has got 3 features. Example of the sun god, the sun planet, and the sunshine. So, Srila Prabhupada gives an example. He said, if the inhabitants of the sun planet were asked to live in the sunshine, would they agree? Most probably not, because it's not the same. So, in the same way, those who have a deeper relationship with Krishna, or with their goal is to reciprocate with Krishna. Whether they, even in this world, they reciprocate with Krishna. Whereas those who are just going for the Brahman, their goal is not perfect. And Srila Prabhupada elaborates on this. He says how if someone gave you a nice house with all the opulences, and the condition is you have to be alone in that house, would anyone accept? No one will accept. So going to the Brahman is like that. You're on your own. So because we are Ananda Maya, we are pleasure seeking, we have to re-establish our relationship with Krishna. So when you talk about Krishna, Krishna is not alone. Krishna is with his associates, his paraphernalia, his entourage. So Prabhupada said, he said when you look at a picture of Krishna, Krishna doesn't look old. He doesn't have wrinkles. Krishna is youthful. He's like a 16-year-old youth. Eternally youthful. And he's there with his associates. So Krishna is inviting us. Krishna is saying, if you follow my instruction, I'll make you happy like me. But the problem is, in the material world, is that because of conditioned nature for many lifetimes, and we've been misguided through other people who are not properly in the line of teachers, And also the other thing is, because this material energy is strong, it covers our vision. So we have to learn this science from those who have become self-realized. So unless you learn it from them, approaching Krishna can be difficult. So, example can be given, like Srila Prabhupada elaborates on this point. He says how Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, out of many millions, Manushanam Seshu Kashi Yatada Siddhaya Yatadamapi Siddham Kashima Tatvata. Out of many thousands who endeavor on this path, Krishna says only one understands me in truth. So Prabhupada in his lecture, he says, in Kali Yuga is out of many millions. So out of many millions who endeavor on the path of self-realization, one understands he is not the body. And out of that, out of many thousands of those, one understands who is Krishna. So, to understand Krishna in truth, one has to be serious. Otherwise, it'll take many lifetimes. So Prabhupada said, an intelligent person will, if he knows about it now, why will he wait another lifetime? If we can achieve the goal now, why wait another lifetime? You take it up now. But the other thing is, in spiritual life, one has to be in good association. So, because we have been conditioned for many lifetimes, and we have affection for people in this world. People are into morality, right? They like to be nice to others, and that's good, but still, one has to follow Krishna's instruction. And when one follows the devotees who are serving Krishna, then they put Krishna's instruction in a way that you can follow it nicely. So the devotees are more merciful than Krishna. An example of that is Srila Prabhupada. Now, Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, you see the picture next to Srila Prabhupada. So the history goes how Lord Chaitanya appeared 520 years back. He appeared in this world. And he spread Krishna consciousness throughout India. He gave it to everybody. Whoever saw Lord Chaitanya will become a devotee of Krishna. So, after Lord Chaitanya disappeared, people were not following the teachings as it is. They were making their own philosophy up. They weren't following the authorized teachings. So they were trying to jump over the teachings which were meant for them, and they're trying to go to a higher platform. And because of that, people took Vaishnavism very cheaply. They didn't respect Vaishnavas. They thought Vaishnavas were beggars. So, Lord Chaitanya, in order to preserve the pure teachings, he covered everything up. And the Mayavad philosophy came in. So Mayavad philosophy means you accept Guru, but you don't follow Krishna. Like that. So they both have to be there. If one just follows Guru, not Krishna, one becomes Mayavadi. And if one follows just Krishna, not Guru, he can become Sahaja, where he takes things cheaply. So both have to be there. So Lord Chaitanya covered these teachings, then later on, Bhaktivedanta Thakur was sent. So Bhaktivedanta Thakur is at the end. And he revised the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So Mayapur Dham was covered. No one knew where Mayapur Dham was. Muslims were ruling that area, and they were telling other people Mayapur Dham is somewhere else. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the one who investigated where Mayapur Dham was. And then he found evidence in some place where the Muslims were growing their vegetables or something, only tulsi was growing. So then he found from evidence from map that this must be Mayapur Dham. In that place, they dug the place and they found a deity which Jagannath Mishra used to worship of Krishna. They found his deity of Kurma, or famous Shalagram they found. And in this way, evidence came in that this is Mayapur Dham. And then Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, his picture is on the altar, it's not here, but he was 120 or 40 years old. He was carrying it, he was carrying a basket. So he came to Mayapur Dham. And just to verify that this is the place where Lord Chaitanya appeared, he jumped 6 feet high and he was dancing. So these are the evidences to show how the purity of Mayapur Dham, where Lord Chaitanya appeared. And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur, to revive the pure teachings, he wrote 100 books on Vaishnavism, and he defeated the Mayavad philosophy, and he brought the pure teachings back. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his time, he was a judge, and he brought up the standard of Jagannath temple, which there was one king at that time. He was not doing things properly. He was stealing the money from Jagannath temple. So then the government asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur to oversee the Jagannath temple in Jagannath Puri. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he forced that king to pay the money back. And that king, he got his son, he did a yagya. And this yagya he did to kill Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he had this faith in Lord Jagannath that whatever happens, he'll be protected. Hare Krishna. Pravachan. Yeah. So so the king did the yagya, and at the end of the yagya, his son died instead of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So this is to show the purity of the Vaishnavism, the purity behind it, how. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur established 56 offerings 7 times a day to Lord Jagannath. 56 different offerings, 7 times a day to offer to Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri. So he established his line of purity in Jagannath Puri, where Lord Chaitanya spent his last 18 years. So then he wanted these teachings to be spread in the Western world, and Lord Jagannath appeared to him and told him that I sent you here to spread the mission. Why are you not following my instructions? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was married, he had, I think, 14 children or something, right? Something like that. So he prayed to Lord Jagannath that, please send me someone. So Lord Jagannath said, you pray to Bimal Devi. Bimal Devi is one of the main deities in Jagannath Puri. Like the main deity in Jagannath Puri, you have to pray for mercy. Like in Vrindavan, Radharani is the main deity, you have to pray. Like that. In Rukmini. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying to Lord Bimal Devi, and then he had a son who appeared. He was known as Bimal Prasad. Later became Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, which is next to Srila Prabhupada's picture. So, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he spread his Krishna consciousness throughout India. And then he wanted this mission to spread, Lord Chaitanya's mission to spread in the Western world. So then Srila Prabhupada came on the scene. Srila Prabhupada there's a story behind him how he was brought up in a Vaishnava family and he knew about Lord Chaitanya. And then when Srila Prabhupada met Bhaktivedanta Thakur, then he changed his views also. Because Prabhupada in his time was a follower of Gandhi. And Prabhupada challenged Bhaktivedanta Thakur that you're saying to spread this teaching of Lord Chaitanya in the Western world, but India is being ruled by foreigners, so how can we preach this message when India is ruled by foreigners? So Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, politics will always go on, you can't change politics. But Krishna consciousness is so important that it has to be spread. So Srila Prabhupada took this mission on. He came to America in 1965. And then within 11 years, he spread the mission from 1965 to 1977. So he wrote over 70 books, 5,000 letters, opened 108 temples. So Srila Prabhupada is not just an ordinary spiritual master like in India you get many gurus coming. It's not like that. Srila Prabhupada is a Senapati Bhakta. He's a chief commander in the army of Lord Chaitanya. So if we go by his teachings, then everything will come in. Line of purity will come in. And Srila Prabhupada, he simplified everything for us. So the austerities we have to do, like in previous times, is not so much like now. Now is less austerities. But we have to take to chanting holy name seriously. And that generally comes if we understand who is Krishna. So that comes by reading Prabhupada's books. So, many of his lectures, Prabhupada emphasized, we should understand we are not his body. As soon as we identify with his body, ignorance comes in. So, in order to come off the bodily platform, you have to associate with those who are advanced in spiritual life. So, there's a whole sequence of things Prabhupada gives in his Srimad Bhagavatam purports. So, main emphasis is to understand that you have to associate with the advanced devotees. If you associate with those on the body platform, you'll degrade yourself. If you associate with advanced devotees, you'll make advancement. And Srila Prabhupada gave the example. He said, the question was asked to him, how do you become a pure devotee? And Prabhupada said, if you associate with the ISKCON devotees who are practicing, then you become advanced. And if you associate with drunkards, you become a drunkard. So, the association of who you take is very important. And the example Prabhupada gave one time was like tuberculosis. Or if you eat someone's food who's got tuberculosis, you'll also get it. The association is also like that. Whoever association you take, you get on the energy. So, it's very important to follow the authorized process. So, best time for spiritual life is the morning hours. So Srila Prabhupada, he used to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Take rest at 10, get up at 1 to write his books. But for us, Prabhupada simplified it. He said, okay, for the devotees who are practicing, they can wake up 4 o'clock latest. And these are the best hours for spiritual practices. So the science is, if you take rest early, you can get up early. It's a matter of practice. There's an example given. And as you practice spiritual life, your body becomes more lighter. You become free from stress and anxiety. And as you become more lighter, then getting up in the morning is easy. It's not difficult. It's a matter of practice. Even they say, businessmen, even they say that if you want to make your business successful, the best time to get up is the early hours in the morning. So even they say that for material gain. So what do you say about spiritual gain? So they say survival of the fittest, but no one survives in the material world, everyone dies. But this applies spiritually. As you practice spiritual life, you become strong. And then at some point you conquer sleep, eating goes less, you're cultivating the higher taste. And then the other things around you don't really matter. It's not so important. And there are examples which show this in the Hare Krishna movement, that by gaining the higher taste, you come to such a level that the external world is not that important. So there was Sahatra Maharaj, he was one of our leaders in our movement. So he went to Mayapur. So he was so absorbed in the chanting of Hare Krishna. Every 3 days he used to come for some prasad. He used to be in his little place. He used to stay in Mayapur, little house or something, bhajan kuti or something. And devotees used to give him prasad every 3 days. So one time he didn't come out, and the devotees opened his door. He was sitting cross-legged, bead bag in his hand, left his body. So that shows, that's perfection. Chanting Hare Krishna, you leave your body. You go back to Krishna. You don't get these kind of stories in the outside world. So that shows this is the and Krishna is saying this in Bhagavad Gita, that if you think of me, then you'll come back to me. And there are many stories like this to show how devotees achieve perfection. There's one devotee in Russia, he had cancer. Cancer pains your body, very painful. And his devotee prayed to Krishna, he said, if you take away my pain, allow me to do 16 rounds, then I'm happy to leave my body. So one time the pain went away. He told the devotees, I'm going to leave my body. So they did kirtan, Hare Krishna kirtan, and then he left his body. So Krishna does not want us to suffer. Because Krishna also feels our pain. But when we do something independent, what Krishna doesn't want us to do, then the suffering that comes is to rectify us. Because Krishna wants you to teach us a lesson that the material world is not your home. So Prabhupada says, even if you want to be miserable here, you can't stay here permanently. You'll be kicked out. So, the human form of life is a very important form that you can become self-realized. And you can come out of the cycle of birth and death. No more suffering. You can get a body of eternity, knowledge and bliss, where there is no more suffering, just happiness. But the only thing is, you have to know, you learn this science, and that science is given. Prabhupada is teaching the science to us. And the line of disciplication can continue from Srila Prabhupada. His teachers are also, the spiritual masters and devotees are teaching the same science. So, Prabhupada said you can achieve Krishna consciousness in 1 second, or you can take millions of lifetimes. How much are you ready to accept it? That's the question. So, Prabhupada elaborates on this point in the 13th chapter. He says, if you want to compete with Krishna, like everyone wants to be center in this world, they want to be the center. In the spiritual world, Krishna is the center. In this world, everyone wants to be the center. So if you want to compete with Krishna, then you become frustrated. No one can compete with Krishna. Because Krishna is unlimited, we are limited. When Krishna is in the material world or the spiritual world, there is no difference to him. His body is spiritual. For example, Lord Jagannath is eating 56 offerings 6-7 times a day, How many can do that? We eat maybe 2-3 times, at the most, little bit. But he's eating 7 times. So, for our own benefit, Krishna is coming to show us, if you surrender to me, I'll make you happy like me. And the thing is, no one is a self-made leader in this world. Everyone has to have someone they're following. Like when Srila Prabhupada went to Russia, he told this Professor Koczynski that you're following Lenin, we are following Krishna, that's the difference. But you have to follow a leader. If you follow a perfect leader, you become perfect. Any comments or questions? So, no questions, okay. So, this is a Gita Mahatmya, it's a glorification of Bhagavad Gita. And here it shows how the Bhagavad Gita is not different from Krishna. So he is saying, Lord Vishnu said, I myself have manifested in the form of the Bhagavad Gita. Please understand that the first 5 chapters are my 5 heads. The next 10 chapters are my 10 arms. The 16th chapter is my stomach. And the last 2 chapters are my lotus feet. In this way, you should understand the transcendental deity of the Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita is the destroyer of all sins. And an intelligent person who daily recites 1 chapter, even 1 sloka, or one half sloka, or at least 1/4 sloka, will attain the same destination as Sushushama had attained. So, for us, surrender is not so difficult. Example is given, Krishna saying in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman praikya jamam ekam samvaja aham tam savi moksami masacha. Krishna is saying, give up all varieties of religions, surrender unto me. I'll free you from all sinful reactions. Now, for people in general, it's very hard because so much complication in the world outside. You have to work to maintain yourself, you have to do your duties. But to resolve that contradiction, Lord Chaitanya came and he said, if you just chant Hare Krishna, then perfection will be achieved very quickly. So this is the process. It's a joyful process. Only thing Prabhupada said, the only challenge in spiritual life is that you have to come to mode of goodness. That's the only challenge. So mode of goodness means you have to practice discipline. You take rest early at night, get up early. Best time for chanting Hare Krishna is 2 a.m, where it's very quiet. No disturbance. Chanting becomes fast as well. But if you can't come to that platform immediately, then at least try and come for deity greetings, which is 7 o'clock here. You can come and see the deities, come for the festivals, take to chanting slowly, read the books, discuss with the devotees, learn to offer your food to Krishna. Then you get the higher taste. Then in this way, you feel this Krishna consciousness is a joyful process. It's a happy process. And if you just pursue it, then in time you feel Krishna's reciprocation.
You mentioned that you become, in human life, you have the opportunity to be self-realized. What does that mean? Can you say a little more? What does it mean to be self-realized?
Well, you accept Krishna as a person and you surrender to his instructions. Simple. That's self-realized. It's like iron in fire, you know. If you put an iron bar in fire, in time it'll become like fire, isn't it? So same thing in spiritual life. As you practice, you become like spiritual, strong. Now we are like iron in ice, right? Becomes cold, isn't it? We have to go into the fire of Krishna consciousness, then we become like fire. Okay, I'll stop now because 5 minutes to go for deity curtains to open. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Vandeham Sri Guru.
need to. Only 2 minutes to go. Okay. You can never ask everyone to stand up. That's good. Nice service. You can all stand up. The time is coming now.
Kiba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Haratika Shobha Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Haratika Shobha Janavitatavane Jagamanalobha Janavitatavane Jagamanalobha Gorangera Rotika Shobha Jagadannamana Loba Gora